Hey guys, welcome to the Toy Story 7. I'm reviewing this, which is the DC Multiverse Flash action figure from McFarlane Toys. So really cool, really blessed. Found this at Target yesterday, and this thing I believe came out in September, but I just haven't seen it at any stores anywhere in my areas, like any of the GameStops, Targets, Walmarts, whatever. But I went in there today and I saw it, or not today, but yesterday, and I saw this and I was super happy about it. So yeah. And I gotta say, I love it in packaging. We got the Flash running, we have DC Multiverse, we have the Flash written there. Then on this side, we have the Flash from DC Rebirth written there. And on the back, we have the trading card and the other characters and waves. So let's open this up. And like all of these, we do get a trading card, which is pretty cool. It's got some nice artwork of the Flash there. I don't remember what issue it's from, but I do know it's an issue of DC Rebirth. And then on the back, we have the bio for the Flash. If we can get that to focus. There we go. And it says it's the Flash issue 1 from 2016. And here we have the Flash out of packaging. And as you can see, he looks amazing. For starters, the paint job is really good. It's kind of like this darkish bright red, and it does look nice. It goes all the way around the suit. There's also some sculpted detail on it too. You can see these lines that go through here and here, and they look really, really cool. He's also got some on the top of his elbow there, or not elbow, but yeah, well, kind of his elbow and his shoulder. And they also go around the back of the suit too, which is really nice. And yeah, just overall looks really good. He's got one fisted hand, which is pretty cool, and one running / phasing hand. And then he also has these yellow boots, which are very nicely sculpted. I like the way they did those. You can see the lightning bolt emblems on them. And one thing that's really cool is you'll notice he has a silver little joint in his toe there, and a lot of these figures have like kind of like plasticky joints on their toes to allow them to articulate, but just a few of them, like the Flash and Devastator, actually have metal pins, so their toes don't actually break. And that's a really good thing because, you know, obviously Flash is going to be a character that you're going to have in a running position a lot, so you're going to have these toes where they move, and you don't want those to snap off. So I think that's really cool. I also like what they did with the emblem here. It's pretty cool. It's got 4 lightning bolts attached to it. And at first glance, it looks like an all-yellow emblem, but there actually is some white in there, like his classic logo. And I think the face is very nice. You know, Barry Allen, you know, he's a happy character. He's kind of got a smiley face going on there, and it's definitely what you would see with the Flash. And then he's also got these giant lightning bolts on his ears, which just look really, really cool. And a little exaggerated, but this is how the Rebirth version of Flash looks, so it makes sense, and it looks really cool. And in terms of articulation, they did a very good job with this Flash. He's got a 360 at the head. He can look up and down. He's got 360 the arms, swing out the shoulder, a little stiff though, and they're on butterfly joints. He's got a 360 there, double jointed elbows, 360 at the wrist, and they hinge up. It's that weird kind of ball hinge. He's also got an ab kind of like joint that allows him to rotate side to side there. And then his legs go forwards, backwards, and outwards. You got double jointed knees, which are nice. And then the feet move up and down and go side to side. And again, that's the toe articulation I was talking about. So that's pretty cool. Now, you may have noticed these peg holes like on the Flash's back and on his arms and legs, and these are actually for something really cool. You get these lightning bolts, and you can actually place them on the Flash. And I'll show that real quickly. So let's see, let's take the first one here. I think the longer ones go on the arms, they might go on the legs. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm going to be finding this out as I go along, but basically you can kind of put them on like that. And they're kind of similar to what Mattel used to do. They used to give you like little rubber effects that you could like put onto the character's arm, which I always thought were really cool. And like this just kind of blows my mind because I always thought like those rubber arm effects that they did for the lightning was like the coolest thing you could possibly do to create Flash effects. And now, I mean, looking at this, they just look really cool in his arms. And you can also put them on his legs as well. Kind of replicate that Flash lightning appearance. And there is a version of the Flash from McFarlane Toys that does come with the Red Death figure 2-pack. I think that's on Amazon, but the only bad part about that is with that one, you don't get the lightning bolt effects here. And I think it's a different head too. And I think the lightning bolt effects are probably what make this figure in a sense. So you would definitely want to pick up this one. That is, if you're kind of debating between two of them. And then this is the coolest one. This one actually like pegs into his back. You just kind of like plug it into the back peg there. I may have that in wrong. But basically, this is actually articulated, and you can actually pull these lightning bolts down and up. And yeah, I think I have that pegged in there wrong. Let me turn that around. but basically once this is pegged in, you can kind of like pull these down or have them up or just have them straight back. But I love the idea that they actually made these articulate. And again, this is something that only comes in the single pack version of this, which is kind of devastating because like this would, and you know, it's not like this is the main reason, but it's definitely a very cool version of the Flash. And you know, he looks cool without it, but he definitely looks more cool with it. And that's why I'm really glad I decided to pick this one up. And you can just peg this bottom one here into his little peg hole on the foot, and that goes in there. It's a little stiff, but you gotta push it in for a second, and then it actually looks like it's shooting off of his foot. And again, just more of what I was saying of like how cool this looks with the added effects there. It's just really, really awesome, and really smart too, because I don't think they had to give him this many effects, but it just looks so, so good, and I gotta say, I love this. And using the base he comes with, you can actually have Flash stand with all of his effects plugged in. And I just think that's really cool that they really even came up with this. I mean, you know, I always thought the coolest thing that they ever did with the Flash with Mattel when they made these was when they, you know, did those rubber effects. That's what I was talking about earlier. But this figure has managed to actually have like plastic things that actually like peg in and can actually move up and down. I just think this is so cool. Overall, I think McFarlane Toys has done an amazing job with this Flash figure, and I would definitely recommend it. Between this one and the one that's available on Amazon, probably best to go with this one. I mean, just the effects are so cool, and knowing McFarlane Toys, they probably will make that Red Death separately at some point. But either way, this just looks really cool, and thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.